I wrote Bring Your Big Energy because it was what I needed when I was out there at what I call an intensity point in the world. So an intensity point, as I define it in the book, is a place where you have severe trauma, or you could just have some life-altering change that makes you consider everything that you have in the well-worn path in front of you. And you get to decide and have the power how you move forward. So I was at Google. I was an executive there, a director leading a large-scale sales team. And I loved my role, but it was very hard, especially during COVID, to be able to inspire and to lead teams through this crazy environment. I got to burnout and I was very overwhelmed. I felt very stuck. And I took time to take care of myself for my mental health. And I took a 6-month leave from Google, which for me was a very unheard of thing. Not that I didn't feel supported in doing so, but I'm a goer, I'm a doer, I'm an achiever. I started to actually build the Spark process, which we'll talk about later in the book. And it became a tool for me, which is both framework and soul of how to redefine yourself. And I started using it. And then I thought, gosh, maybe this will help others if I write a book. And then it became, maybe it'll help others through my coaching and workshops. And now it's just exploded, which has been so exciting. We're trying to be something we're not. So that's why we're so uncomfortable. And so when I got to Google, I told my story, like I wasn't good enough, which that's a super popular one. We all do that to ourselves. I also told my story, like you need to do more to be more. Like you got to just do more or you're never going to be more. And now I know that's not true, which is why I hid my whole cancer journey the first time, which was when I was getting promoted at Google. And I was so blessed. I loved my team, loved what I was doing. But the story I told myself is if I told anyone I had cancer, that I was going to be wasted goods. I was like, this is not going to serve me. And I remember I got a new role and we were custom building it. We were reorganizing and it was custom. And I ended up interviewing for and getting that role. And I told my VP secretly, I said, I have cancer. I just don't know if I can do this role. Like, I think that you're going to have to give this to someone else. And he's like, but this was your role to own and you can do this. And he was like, you take all the time you need. This role was meant for you. We believe in you. Cancer is a thing that you're going to go through, but it doesn't define you. When I was leaving Google, I had I could either stay at Google and get another big job there. I could go to another tech player and get a big job there. I could build my own thing. And the cost for me was like the cost of staying in a big job like that right then at that point in my life, not that I'll never go back, was pretty high. I started as a whisper, hey, I think I'm going to write a book, or hey, I think I'm going to launch my own company. And it was those little people that were like along the way from a whisper to a fact of, I got on stage for my book launch event here in Northville last month. And I was like, my MC was like, what's your limit this year? And I'm like, limitless. I think the more you say it out loud and the more you validate yourself and more validation from others, my book is a hybrid published book. So I had to crowdsource some of the funding for it. So I needed people to believe in and invest in me. And 300 people did, which is a lot of people. And so that's a lot of people to go from, wow, you're leaving this big Google job or whatever that I felt so defined by, to be like, this is the coolest thing. And you are going to inspire people and change lives. The second time having cancer, which I just finished my chemotherapy and my second surgeries, which is great. Rang the bell in December, had my last surgery last month. I think in this time I told everyone, bring your big pink energy. And it has been such a gift for me to feel loved and supported and authentic and vulnerable and actually be me. But the number of people who have reached out to me secretly and said, your courage has helped me to get through it. My energy hype squad, or your energy hype squad, is supposed to be that crew of people that reminds you when you forget why you're doing this, why you're like, they have your history with you, or they know your future with you, right? They are there to hype you up. They're help to hold you accountable. They're help you to keep you with your values alignment and really help you with that first future version of yourself. They're there to help you navigate through the tough stuff. And honestly, if you've ever been a hype squad for someone else, you know how freaking good this feels to do this for someone else. It is a privilege to walk through something really freaking hard with someone. It's a privilege, right? Wow, I am on the right track. Like I am in a state of success and a state of being that is life-giving and flow. And that's what it's all about versus now I'm at the next thing. Now I'm at the next thing. And then you get there and you're like, what? I'm on a 10-city tour right now. So I've been so far to 2 cities in Michigan. I've been to Scottsdale. I'm looking at my tour map. Scottsdale, Arizona. And then next up, I go to Chicago, New Jersey, and New York City in May. And then I'm in San Antonio I'm in Boston in July. So I have a whole thing. I'm just finalizing with the book tour where and when I'm going to be everywhere. But that's been a wild ride and super fun. And bring your big energy, as I